Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. My name is Josh, and today we'll be talking about Fantom and its token FTM. We'll be conducting an AI-based price forecast for Fantom as well as looking at it from regression analysis. First, the reason why we are going to talk about Fantom today is if you can check on the last 7 days, Fantom has been rallying a lot by about 20%, and over the last 24 hours, it's the number one rallying crypto of the top 100. The current market cap is above 2 billion. The price is at around 80 cents. Circulating supply is slightly under 3 billion. In terms of its volume, if the market cap rank is number 49, but by volume it's 22nd ranked. In terms of its price versus market cap analysis, you can see price at one point was at as low as 17 cents. It grew to about $1.12, so about 6x. In terms of its market cap growth over the same time period, market cap grew by about 500 million to about 3 billion, so almost a 6x over here. So quite similar price versus market cap analysis. That means the impact of inflation is pretty low. In terms of what it does, it's a directed acyclic graph. It's not technically a blockchain, but it's still under crypto. It's a smart contract platform, just like Ethereum and other smart contract layer 1 blockchain. It uses consensus mechanism built from scratch, known as lachesis, and it is open for DeFi, and it is EVM compatible smart chain. So now we'll address what is AI-based forecast for Phantom. In terms of, you can see over here on the channel, we have an AI-based forecast for Phantom going forward from March of 2024, when we trained this model, when the price was at around 65 cents. Now the base case scenario for our model for Phantom was at around 90 cents. The price is slightly lower than this base case scenario that we had forecasted in March. If we had to extrapolate this scenario till about end of August, the base case for Phantom is at around $1.04. If the bull market were to come back for our AI model, the price forecast is between $1.98 and about $3.51. These forecasts are not financial advice. This is calculated by using machine learning methods such as ARIMA, LSTM, and XGBoost. And the key consideration is we look at the price, historical price in white at a weekly level, and also try to extrapolate as much as possible using machine learning technique with accuracy at around 70%, which is one standard deviation accuracy. If there were further pullback for crypto in between now and August, the price could be between, for Phantom, could be between 27 cents and 36 cents. So that's the bear case for Phantom. And now we will do a brief analysis of whether it's overvalued or undervalued based on our MVRVZ approach. As the red line is below zero, which is a cutoff point, that means based on this analysis, which looks at weekly price action as well as the z-score of market value and realized value. In terms of the z-score being negative, that means Phantom right now is undervalued. It has been undervalued per this analysis since March of 2022, when the price was at around $1. But the deepest undervaluation began in June of 2022, when the price fell below 20 cents. Sorry, 25 cents. So in terms of what is happening in terms of regression analysis, the base function of the polynomial regression analysis that we have for Phantom is the line in pink. It wraps the price action in such a way that the bull phase and the bear phase are equally represented. Right now, the base case scenario, the fair value for Phantom per our model is at around uh, 85 cents, whereas the price is at around 81 cents. So you can see even in this analysis, the price is slightly undervalued. This is again not financial and if advice. And if we wrap one standard deviation residuals to the upside and to the downside, and all of the content is available on the website. You don't have to pay or sign up for anything. The link is on the bottom of your screen. So one standard deviation residuals to the upside to the polynomials function, which takes into into consideration about 70% of the price action, leaves about 15% upside and 15% downside, and that with at 70% price probability, the one standard deviation peak at any point is important, because if the price were to rally or to crash, the one standard deviation usually has significant support or resistance. As you can check over here, when the price was close to this one standard deviation peak, it held resistance, whereas in over here, when the price was crashing, the one standard deviation level held support. It doesn't happen all the time. You can see one standard deviation support fell through, and the price tested the two standard deviation support over here back in early 2020. But all of these levels have some significance. They are not randomly calculated. So one standard deviation peak at this point in time for Phantom, for our regression analysis, is at around $2.03, and the one standard deviation floor is at around 36 cents. If let's say the crypto market goes back into the bull phase, the two standard deviation peak at this point, the orange line, which was the top previously, is right now at around $4.84. And the beauty of this two standard deviation peak is we also have a extrapolated trend line at about 10% growth year over year, that is. And in this scenario, the price, right now, the theoretical ceiling, the two standard deviation top at around $4.50. If Phantom manages to be relevant for, let's say, one or two more market cycle, that one standard deviation peak at 10% growth would be at around $7.50. And let's say in 2029, that two standard deviation peak would be at around $30. So from $7.50 in 2025 to about $30 in 2029. That is if Phantom manages to grow and eventually hit its two standard deviation peak, like it did in 2022. So that's our regression analysis for Phantom. We'll briefly look at the overall crypto indicators for the last 24 hours before calling it a day. The crypto TLDR, most of the news, this is the news analyzer using machine learning technique. Most of the narratives are bullish, some of the narratives are bearish, but mostly bullish. The PeakValley composite risk analysis for the entire market covers about top 100 cryptos by market cap, normalized between 0 and 1. The risk levels right now are were decreasing, that is since middle of March, from 0.37 to about 0.229. When and if these risk levels fall below this 0.2 level, that's when, personally speaking, DCA has been helpful. The color codes also shift from yellow to green, green being lower risk, higher risk return trade-off. Blue is the lowest risk, and that is most beneficial for DCA entry, and red is the least beneficial, personally speaking and historically speaking, for an entry into the market. You can see at the red territory, that is above 0.75 risk. That's when the market is very much frothy, and any entries at that point are um, ill-timed moves, historically speaking and personally speaking. So this is something that I wanted to share. Before we leave, one more thing that I had in mind is looking at the heat map over the last and checking Phantom's performance over the last key period. So is something that I wanted to do. Over here, Phantom is, although is not the number one, that is the crypto of the day over the 7 or 24 and 30 and 90 days composite overall score. It leads the 24-hour performance. You can see right now the 24-hour performance, most gains over the last 24 hours for Phantom at around 6%. And over the last 7 days also, it's the number third. By 7 day performance over the last 30 days, you can see it's in top three or five, sorry, five or six cryptos, and also over the last 90 days, it's number fourth. So definitely, per our heat map analysis also, Phantom has been one of the rallying cryptos. And with that, I would like to conclude this video. Hope you like this content. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Also give this video a like, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.